In this video, I'm going to talk about the mental tools you need to be able to start your business. Watch the video. You guys who don't know, my name is G Fabre, Cool G's there in the Atlanta area, offering technical advice, information, and some to-dos that you can implement in your service business. I happen to be in the HVAC world, but this works for plumbers, this will work for electricians, painters, anybody. Okay, so this is a few things that I'm going to talk about that's going to make your business pop, like literally make your business pop, that you may not have thought of. Okay, first of all, think of this. Let me tell you a short story. I went to HVAC school about 10 years ago. And the school that I went to, it was about 50 guys started, and the graduating class was maybe 30. Okay, so 20 of those guys dropped out of the class because they didn't stick to it. For whatever reasons, they didn't stick to it. They may have personal issues, family issues, I don't know, but they didn't stick to it, but they still got that school bill, I bet you. That's one thing I bet they still got that school bill. So you have to have a certain set of, and it was actually one female in the class who she ranked the number one student because she was the smartest. Okay, now out of all the people that was in my HVAC class, I was the only one. I'm the only one who's in the field. I'm the only one who has my own business because this was the major complaint. The major complaint was after we graduated, the school did promise us job placement. They did offer the students resume writing skills and job placement. The kind of mind that you have to have, this is what I'm getting to, but the kind of mind that you have to have if you want to do this, and this is not for everybody. This is not for everybody. This is for the selected few of you guys who got what they call, and I'll get to the word in a minute. But the kind of mind that I have, I don't want a job because I create my jobs. I create my own business. I didn't want a job in the field, but I wanted to do the work because I know if I'm doing the work and I'm charging the customer, I can maximize my profits and I can work less hours. When I was in this school, I was one of the lowest students to finish. Like, you know how you got the top 10 of the class and you got the bottom 10? I was in the bottom 10. Okay, but I finished. I know in my mind I'm a genius. So I just want to get, there. I just want to be there long enough to learn some things, to get the EPA certifications, to get the, some information. But I mixed the maximum amount of days that I could miss. It said, okay, if you miss 4 days, if you miss more than 4 days, you fail. I missed like 4 days exactly. I mean, I wasn't trying to be the A student. I was just trying to get through the class and pass. Okay, so to take the stress off of me, because I got kids and I got my own little stuff I got to deal with. So and I wasn't getting paid to go to school. Some of you guys are vets. I think they was getting paid. The school was free, and they was getting paid to go to school. So that's another tip for some of you vets. I was the bottom 10 of the class, but when I got out of the school, day one, on the first day, I had a friend of mine I was dealing with. She had me a website set up, so I was able to get business. However, I didn't have the skill. So this is what I did, and this is what this is called like a strategic alliance. I have a friend of mine who I was raised up with, known since I was like maybe 6, 7, 8 years old, and he's been doing HVAC for over 26 years. He's a big contractor here in the state. When I needed him on a job to do an install or do something like that, of course I call him on the phone. He'll come do the work, and we'll kind of like part up the money, but he would do the work. And on service calls and things that were simple or easier, I would go. So anytime I needed help, and even to this day, I've been in the game 10 years, I still call them up. But now I have partnered up with other contractors. And that can be a blessing for you guys because what happens is, by you having contractor friends, it's like they understand the game. You can call them for help if you need help, if they need help. Okay, so a lot of my guy friends are in the service industry. We got painters, we got carpet cleaners, we got AC techs, we got quite a few AC techs, but every field in terms of home improvement, I know somebody. Okay, from the roofer to the carpenter to the floor to everything. We can get a house built. But the point I'm making is you have to have a strategic alliance in this field. But the number one thing is this, guys. So if you watch this video, this is the number one thing that you got to have. Now, this video isn't for everybody, like I said. If you want to get a job in the field and work for a company, this is not for you. But if you are the individual who wants to, take on the undertaking, that's an entrepreneur. When you undertake it, when you assume all the risk, but you also assume all the reward. When you want to go out in the field, and you have to be confident with your customer. You have to study business, first of all, so you can be confident with your customer, because you don't want to be at a customer's house scratching your head and looking stupid. That's something you don't want to do. Okay, that's something you do not want to do. Okay, so you have to know this stuff. So, you have to watch YouTube videos. Some of you guys been watching football, and you can tell me who won the 1986, whatever you call it, World Series, or whatever you call the football. I don't even watch football, so whatever you call the championship of 1986, some of you guys can tell me who won. But you can't tell me what a capacitor does, or what a contactor does, or the refrigeration flow. Okay, so those are the things that we need to understand to be able to get to a customer house and be confident, because they're looking at you. Now, I was going to go on today and talk about, uniform and hats, and I'll make a video about that later, about looking the part. But you have to have this, and you got to have the balls, okay, so to speak. If you don't have the balls to be confident and show up to a house, or to get started, get a customer, okay? Don't worry about certain, red tape things. Get a customer. Get someone who's going to believe in you to come fix their equipment. And when you go there, be confident. Don't be cocky. Be humble. If you got to make a phone call, and I've had to make plenty of phone calls. You go into your vehicle, you go, research some stuff, tell a customer to research something, you go make the phone call. Get your headphones, you're on the job, you call your contractor buddy and say, hey, look at here, if you got a problem, get them on the phone. But one thing I don't want you guys to do is lose business and get frowned upon by the public because you're inexperienced and don't know what you do. So be a student in learning your skill, learning your craft. That goes for any skill, okay? Don't be overconfident and cocky. I want you guys to underpromise and overdeliver, okay? Just underpromise. Don't act like, oh, it's this. Let me fix this. Because if you fix this particular part, something else may happen before you fix it. So fix the part, test the part, and fix it, depending on what it is. Then see what it does, okay? And now you can say, okay, the problem is solved. But if you don't know the problem on the troubleshooting aspect, and truth be told, if you can't troubleshoot that unit, if you're doing HVAC, if you can't troubleshoot that unit in less than, like, let's say 5 minutes, 8 minutes, if you don't troubleshoot it within that time, you need to get your studies on, okay, guys? So like I said, when I came out of the school, I did get a job at an apartment complex. For about a year and a half, just to get my skill set up. So I did get a job at an apartment complex, but it was a hookup job. Somebody just hooked me up with the job. I knew somebody who did some work with, and they said, hey, do you know somebody who wants to be a maintenance man? I went and did it because that was my opportunity to get paid, to earn while I learn. So if you guys can earn while you learn, then that's a win-win situation. So don't worry about certain things just yet. But I want you guys to have the balls. This is what I was saying earlier. If you in school, or if you're in this field and you're not, and you can't take the initiative to get off your ass and get to work and be bold and be confident, then it's not going to work for you, okay? If you got questions, definitely ask your questions. I want you to understand certain things, but don't be so fearful, okay? Focus on getting a customer and getting a connection, okay? A customer, a connect, C&C, customer and connection, okay? Because if you get a customer and a connection, then if you got a customer, if you have a problem, you can call your connection and say, hey, this is the problem. But you may not even have a problem. And work and keep your skills set up, okay? Don't spend too much time. Like now, there's a lot of time some people is not working, so there's a opportunity for some people in the service industry to really work because people's home now. A lot of people's really home, but some people don't have no money. But guess what? Some other ones, they're home and they're working. They got money coming in. Some of them got more money now coming in. So let's get to work, okay, guys? So if you haven't hit the subscribe button, definitely hit the subscribe button. This is Cool GZ. I'm G Fabre in the Atlanta area. If you like the video, obviously like it. You know, I'm trying to grow this channel so I can help you guys. My man down in South Florida asked a question, and as we were talking, he was very humble. He had some solid questions. So if you guys got questions, definitely ask your questions. Leave a comment, something like that. I'll get back to it as soon as I can. It's hot now, baby. Yesterday was 85 degrees in Georgia. It's hot, so it's about to be on and popping. So what I'm going to attempt to do, if you guys like these videos, I'll keep pushing them out before I get my day started. I'll just do them early. It's early. I'm doing some things at the house, but you guys be safe. Good luck to you. And if you need help, let me know or hit me up. Okay, till next time. Peace.